Welcome. Please take a seat. Let's wait for everyone before we begin. Good evening, everyone. Is Dr. Kane not joining us?
She's currently occupied with an autopsy. I'm sure she'll join us later.
Ah, I see. Let's get started then. After speaking with the good general over the past few weeks, I'm pleased to finally make all your acquaintances. I'm sure you all have questions about myself, the state of the Enclave as a whole, and about our next steps. Now, do understand that in the interests of national security, I can only say so much. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am Henry Matthews, Senator representing the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I was elected by your peers to this prestigious position after the untimely death of Senator Clark at this very base. I've been sent here at the President's behest to oversee your progress and to ensure the Commonwealth is brought back into the fold. Any questions?
Yeah, I got one. Who is the president? I sorta lost track after Eden.
Given recent events, the president's identity is classified. It's kept on a need-to-know basis. And my good man, you most certainly do not need to know. Nothing personal, you understand?
Where is High Command?
Sheesh.
Do we still have a central headquarters?
Well, I'm pleased to inform you that one of the Joint Chiefs is actually right here with you. General Ward was recently appointed chairman.
An honor, truly.
I'm sure it is. As for the location of High Command, what I will say is we have shifted to more of a distributed structure. That being said, our largest active facility is Mount Weather. Most of the personnel I brought with me was stationed there. How about you? Lieutenant, was it? Any questions from you?
He was just promoted to captain, actually.
A far more appropriate rank from what I've heard. So, any...
Forgive the intrusion, gentlemen. I have made a troublesome discovery.
What seems to be the problem, Doctor?
This autopsy, I was certain I would find a way to identify they were a synth. However, I was mistaken. If I didn't know any better, I'd have thought this was simply a vault dweller. It was only once I began the brain biopsy that it became clear it was a synth. There was circuitry, a lot of it, embedded deep within the brain tissue. Central to it, in fact. It's the only telltale sign I could find. These Institute synths, I heard they were lifelike, but seeing one in person, it's both incredible and harrowing.
It's like I told you. There's no way of telling a synth apart from a human unless you kill it. That's why people fear the Institute.
Yes, Colonel, you made your point.
The Institute has been on our radar for a long time now. Our agents have looked into numerous Institute-related incidents in the past, but have never been able to pinpoint the Institute's location itself. With how little we know of them, they could very well be our biggest threat. I'll come back to this in a moment. Now that we have you, Dr. Kane, how has work on the FEV been going?
I've made some promising adjustments to the genetic markers it targets, but truthfully, progress is slow. We're struggling with the lab's power supply. There isn't enough to keep the FEV compound stable for more than a few seconds at a time. We can only run tests for a handful of seconds at a time, and only every few hours. Unless we have more power.
Myers, is there anything you can do about that?
Well, we could always shut down the factory, like we did last time.
That's not an option.
Agreed.
Only other option is to upgrade the reactors, which is easier said than done. Leave it with me. I'll think of something.
That's your priority now, Myers. See it done.
Good. So, to summarize our priorities, Chief Engineer Myers, get us more power. Dr. Kane, you keep working on the FEV. This comes directly from the President. Everyone else, it's about time we find a way into the Institute We must know what we're dealing with once and for all. And I insist the captain spearhead this mission. They look like the type to get things done. Before I forget, Captain, I brought an exceptional doctor with me. You should have your medical with him in the first instance. Make sure you're at your best and all that. Now, I'll leave you to cross the T's and dot the I's. I will be in my office should anyone need me.
A word outside, Captain?
Sir,
Be brief. I'm quite busy.
what's your story?
Oh, I'd love nothing more than to lecture you about my life story. But I'm afraid I don't have enough time. What I will say is that I am a man of action, and I will do everything in my power to make this little expedition a success.
What do you do here?
I'm here to represent the Senate and Massachusetts' best interests, naturally. And it is quite evident that Massachusetts' best interest is to be brought into the Enclave's fold, where it rightfully belongs. With that being the case, I'm doing everything possible to ensure General Ward and Dr. Kane get what they need. I dare say the fate of the Enclave as a whole rests on their shoulders.
How are things going?
As a matter of fact, excellent. I'm on the cusp of getting my state back, and my pioneering of this operation has elevated my standing to great heights. You know, it's thanks to me all these soldiers are here now. All the other senators kept pushing for caution. Caution! This is a time for action, not caution. Cowards, the lot of them.
Never mind, actually.
Now, where was I?
Excuse me, officer.
Isn't it great? All the troops are here. The Enclave are back.
How are things going?
I knew it was a matter of time until Enclave reinforcements arrived. Never doubt the cause.
Anything I can do to help out?
Just keep doing what the General says. Everything here is under control.
What do you do here?
I lead some of the special operations we do out on the mainland. Reconnaissance, equipment gathering, and so on. It's been enlightening, seeing the state of the world. And motivating. Our work is more important than ever.
I gotta go.
Understood.